Hello Stampers, it's June from hobbyfieldcardcrafts.com, and today I have this W card to show you. And why it's called a W card is when you open it and you're looking down onto it, there is the W. So we'll get started. I've done all the preparation because I'm sure you don't want to see me emboss, cut, colour in and whatever. So what we need is a piece of card for the base card that measures 4 1/4 by 11 1/2. And then for the card on the top we need 3 pieces, 1 for the top, 2 for the inside, and they measure, this is white card, they measure 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I've already embossed mine and adhered it to the front of the card. I've used a Crafter's Companion embossing folder for that. It's one of my favourites. I have no idea what that's called. It's an 8x8 embossing folder, but I absolutely adore it. It's wonderful. So that is the front of your card. On the inside, same measurements. We want 2 pieces, and for this one I have used what have I used? It's an embossing folder by Crafter's Companion. I only have one embossing folder at the moment by Stampin' Up, and I wanted to use something different for this card. So this is Love Hearts by Creative Expressions, and I stamped the 2 sentiments first and then embossed it. And the sentiments, the thinking of you, is from the Good Morning Magnolia, and Let's Celebrate You is from the Itty Bitty Birthdays. I love the sentiments on it, well, on all of them. I love it. So we can put those to one side and let's adhere this. I love this silicone mat. Nothing. Wet glue, using your hot glue gun, it does not stick to it. I only wish they did it in a bigger size. And if they did, I would have one straight away. This is the new Stampin' Seal. What you need to do is hold it upright when you apply the tape. Sometimes you just need to give it a little nudge, just a little bit, to start it off again. And then make a continuous stroke. And I like to put one in the middle. So we'll put this one in place like so, and then the second. It is very strong. There you are. Right. The next thing is to put the middle piece in. I'll put this to one side. So you need a piece of, I'm using red, so red card that measures 1 3/4 inches by 11, and then you need to score it at 2 3/4 inches, 5 1/2 and 8 1/4 inches. When you've done that, make sure you burnish all those score lines. Turn it over, and on the back you just need a piece of tape down both ends vertically. Horizontal for the front, vertical for the back. And I'm using Score Pal, excuse me, just to ensure my cards will stay on there and not move. You then need 4 pieces of card that measures 2.5 inches by 3, and I'm hesitating here, 4 pieces of white card if you're going to stamp on all 4. I didn't on this one. I stamped on 2 and then I used the paper for the other 2. But if you're going to stamp on all 4, whether it be an image or a sentiment, you need 4 pieces that measure 2.25 inches by 2 3/4. So we'll turn these over, and I've already stamped and adhered the paper. The paper is stamping up the subtles range, and there wasn't a definite red in that. And I know the magnolia flowers, I've never seen a magnolia flower that colour, but I think it all blends in. I should have shown you this as well. And I've used that small bud from Good Morning Magnolia for the 2 flowers. Okay, so what we need to do now is insert this into your card base, and the middle of that fold should be directly in the middle of your card. So we'll just want that a little bit lower, just above the sentiment. Pop that down, turn that over, take the backing off, and then close it. I think I'm just going to have a little bit. It worked with my other card, and I know that's going to stick up a little bit, but no. Now if you've got some card left over, and I just have a smidgen, put your scissors at an angle and just chop that off. That's all that was over. And that one's fine on the other side. We'll burnish this again. And then, you see, there's a W. I think it's so effective. So now all we need to do is actually put that straight for a start. That's a good idea. Let's get that into position. When I coloured in the flowers, I used stamping blends in light cherry cobbler and the dark cherry cobbler. I don't have a darkish green in the stamping blends yet. This is by Sugarloaf, and it doesn't have a colour. Whispers Strokes by Sugarloaf, and I just use this darker green. Excuse my voice. So we'll take the backing paper off and then put the bottom of this to the bottom of your red card, and that just fits very nicely. And I normally have some paper towel here so I can smooth that over. And then I'm going for this one. And if you're using something, if you're stamping or using paper where it needs to be upright, vertical, like this is, the writing is so as if you were reading it, don't forget to put it the right way. Take that off. And then down it goes. And then finally this one. Lots of ways you could decorate this for male or female, and different occasions as well. So then when you close that, you've got the W again. The longest part in making this is doing the prep work. So we'll put the front on, and what I've done is I've stamped the You're So Special. And where did I get that? It's a Stampin' Up stamp, You're So Special. Can I find that? Oh yes. So it's from the Tasteful Touches You're So Special. And then I used from the Ornate Layers die set. Aren't these just so beautiful? And I used this one to die cut it. I've got another video planned using the large one. It's oh, I think they're fabulous. I love them. So I die cut and emboss that, and because it's so intricate, if you emboss after you've die cut it, usually all the little bits or most of the little bits will pop out. I do have this by Crew, I thought it was Creative Expressions. It's Spellbinders 2-in-1. I forget to use this actually. Anyway, die cut this, and then I just added it to the red card. And then on the back I've got some mounting foam. And we'll put that, I've got this one at a jaunty angle. I think I'll put this just straight in the middle, like so. There you are. 2 cards there, and the one I said I decorated differently is this one. The flower is a Stampin' Up punch, and I just shaped it and then added little dots on there. That's the Stampin' Up embossing folder, the only one that I have. And then inside I decorated this way. So instead of all upwards, I did down, up, compared to this one. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and thank you once again for joining me. and until the next video, take care and happy crafting. Bye.